Logon complete. Welcome to the next match.
Yeah. I bury all you boys like the Undertaker. Come at me and you gon' let me make you meet your maker. You can't see me like John Cena. I'm a genetic freak like Cena. My bad, Steiner. You want to stay underground like chili and minus me. I want big lights and pyrotechnics. So proper flow. Young in the realness, I'm a stone cold killer. You can call me Sweet Awesome. Man, boy, I be bossing. Plus, I'm on the edge like the rated R superstar. I'm a young lion like Simba in the roar. Working hard, always having in my blood. Like my name was the Miz. I'm the best ever. I know it's all for y'all to bear it. I'm the king of the mountain.
Wow. Guys, your boy, Deluxe Man, just got done watching one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in a long time. And usually I would say since the last great pay-per-view, which, based off of my ratings, would be Money in the Bank 2011, this was better than that pay-per-view. Extreme Rules for 2012 for the WWE definitely is going down as one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in a long time. Better than WrestleMania? Yeah. Pay-per-view wise, it was better than WrestleMania. Will I say there are matches that was better than some of the matches at WrestleMania? I won't go that far. I still think the Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania is still going down as the best match in 2012. But the pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, kicked the hell out of WrestleMania in terms of the overall pay-per-view. This pay-per-view was great, amazing, fantastic. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get into the review, and I'll let you guys know how I felt about pay-per-view match by match. The show kicked off with a very strong, solid match between Randy Orton and Kane. False count anywhere. Felt very, old schoolish in the sense of, how should I put this? I'm pretty sure you guys remember the 24-hour rule with the Hardcore Championship. Those type of matches that you got, this is what this match resembled. It was fun. They, went all over the place, went into the crowd, went backstage. They was beating each other up. I think Kane and Randy Orton had a really, really good contest. Back and forth. Lots of cool spots. Lots of good near falls. It was a great match overall. Randy Orton, surprisingly, was over with Chicago tonight. They really received him as the babyface in this match. And let me just say this too. I like this match simply because, one of the reasons, if anything else, the heel was actually booed and the babyface was actually cheered. This was a smart crowd, but for once or on a rare occasion, the smart crowd was actually treating the match how it should be treated. And it really helped this match, be as good as it was. So, Randy Orton wins with an RKO on the chair by Kane. Love the match. If this leads into him facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, I look forward to it. That's going to be a great match. A great way to open up the show, I can't complain. Then we get into a filler match between, I think it was Brodus Clay versus Dolph Ziggler. Well placed. I felt like after the first match, you kind of need to tone it down, and they had Brodus Clay and Dolph Ziggler go up. Very well placed. The filler match itself was a solid, good match. I felt like Ziggler did a very good job in making Brodus Clay look like a monster. And they actually had a wrestling match. It wasn't a squash match like he usually does. It was a wrestling match. It went a good 5-6 minutes, I think. Somewhere around that range. A good solid match. Ziggler sold a headbutt like death. It was freaking crazy. He got hit with one of Brodus Clay's headbutts and got sent across the freaking ring. It was freaking crazy. So, yes, Brodus Clay does pick up the victory in this match as expected. And then we get into the next match on the card, which was the IC Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Big Show. It was announced a tables match tonight, actually. It was just announced on the day of the pay-per-view. It was actually kind of funny. But they went out there. The match was good. I enjoyed the match from what I got. I liked the spot where Cody Rhodes did a freaking disaster kick off a table set up in the corner and kicked Big Show. It was pretty cool. And the ending of the match was kind of funny. Big Show accidentally fell. Well, he didn't really fall. He actually stepped through a table on the outside. I think Cody Rhodes knocked him down, and he ended up stepping through a table on the outside, and that counted as him losing the match. And as a result, the IC title has gone back to Cody Rhodes, but it didn't come with a price, because after the match, Big Show beat the living hell out of Cody Rhodes. He beat the snot out of that boy. He choke slammed him through a table in the center of the ring. He speared him first, and then he choke slammed him through a table, and then he picked him up, body pressed him, and then threw him outside the ring through a table on the outside. He decimated Cody Rhodes. It was actually kind of entertaining to see that side of Big Show. And yes, the crowd did boo Big Show. He got some heel heat from this match. They was behind Cody Rhodes. They was also behind Dolph Ziggler in the previous match. Both Brodus Clay and Big Show got booed in their previous matches, and that was kind of interesting to me. But after this match, I think we got another filler match, right? No, this one went straight into the 2 out of 3 falls match for the World Heavyweight Championship involving Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Oh my God, fantastic. A fantastic match. By the way, the promo involving Daniel Bryan before this match, I loved it. I love how he's starting to, incorporate the yes into his promos now. He's all about, will I beat Sheamus tonight? Yes. Will I walk as world champion? Blah, blah, blah. Yes. AJ showed up in his promo, but she didn't do anything, which kind of puzzled me. It's like, she could have at least done something. I was certain that she was going to get herself involved in the match and possibly screw Sheamus and continue the feud, but that didn't happen, so. I mean, what else can we do? Regardless of her not interfering, the match was fantastic. 2 out of 3 falls. The first fall, I think, with a good 10 minutes. I didn't keep count. It went a long time. But that first fall, the sequence during that first fall, amazing. Amazing. I don't see why anybody thought these two could have a good wrestling match. The match they had was great. It was a good match for wrestling purists like me. I really enjoyed the first fall. And I love how it ended. Daniel Bryan was beating the hell out of Sheamus and ended up injuring his arm to the point that, first off, he did the whole I had till 5 thing. That made me mark out. But he ended up injuring his arm, and he kept on injuring it and using the ropes and stuff like that and got himself disqualified. But he ended up, getting it back in the next fall because since Sheamus was so hurt, he put him in the yes lock, no longer the label lock, and ended up making him pass out and getting a victory that way. Thought that was pretty awesome. I love how Daniel Bryan was smiling after he injured Sheamus' arm. It was a cool way to make him look vicious, you know what I'm saying? And then the last fall was just unexplainable. It was just a great match. Sheamus does win. He does beat Daniel Bryan, and although I was disappointed, of course I would be disappointed. Why wouldn't I be? I wanted my guy to win the match. But, despite him losing, this was still a great match. By this time, during the pay-per-view, this was match of the night. And honestly, I didn't see any other match topping this. I told myself this was going to be match of the night, and it's going to be very hard to top it, in my book. It may have been a biased statement, but it was honestly how I felt. This was a great match, and the rating you see down below explains that. This was definitely worth watching. And honestly, this is Sheamus' best match in WWE. I don't care what anybody says. This is his best match in WWE thus far. Thanks to Daniel Bryan. I thought Daniel Bryan proved once and for all that this kid could work with anybody and pull out a 5-star match from him. Seriously. So, whatever happens, Sheamus is going on to defend his world championship. Honestly, he can keep it. He can have a good time with it because my boy Daniel Bryan is going to go to bigger and better things, honestly. I think after this match, we got... There was another filler match. I forgot what it was. It wasn't the U.S. Championship because that was the pre-show. By the way, Santino won that one and retained. He beat The Miz. I saw it too. It was also a pretty good, decent match. It wasn't bad at all. But I think this is where we got the Ryback squash, where he beat up 2 random jobbers. He's been known for beating up local jobbers as of lately on SmackDown. So they gave him 2 tonight as filler to kind of tone things down for the next match, which was smart in my opinion. And funny thing about this, he got Goldberg chants. That made me laugh my ass off so hard. It was funny to hear him get Goldberg chants because that's Chicago crowd. A smart crowd. What else can we do? The domination of those 2 jobbers was fun, and it kind of toned things down like it was supposed to. for the Chicago street fight, which to me, holy crap. Let me get into it, shall we? CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, Chicago street fight for the WWE Championship. I'm speechless. I thought this was an amazing match. Again, I was dead set on Daniel Bryan and Sheamus being the match of the night. This match made me conflict with myself so many times. During the match, during the sequences of the match, I was really conflicted with myself. Okay, I gotta have a best match of the night. I gotta have a best match of the night. It's either gonna be Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus or this match. I can't make up my mind. And then I saw a spot where CM Punk did the elbow drop from the top rope to the table. Very Shane McMahon-like or HBK-like. Combine that with the other spots in the match, I was done. I'm thinking, yes, this is the match of the night. This was a fantastic match involving Chris Jericho and CM Punk. I don't see how anybody could hate this match. This was a really good match. Very entertaining, amazing. Had everything you could ask for. Didn't have blood. And I'll get to that in a second. But it didn't need blood. This was one of those matches that really didn't need blood to be a great match. It was a great match by itself. Could it have used blood? Yes. But it didn't need it. And this is the other match that I felt like the Chicago crowd actually played a role by actually making Chris Jericho the heel and booing him when he's supposed to be booed and cheering CM Punk. Of course, it's his hometown. They're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it just added more to this match. I'm telling you. There was one spot when Chris Jericho hit a code breaker with a steel chair in front of CM Punk where I thought that was it. And when he kicked out, I was like, wow, this is a really good match. But CM Punk does end up beating Chris Jericho with Go to Sleep. And pins on 1, 2, 3. Great match. Best match of the night. Definitely, by far. After this, we had the Divas match. I'm pretty sure. Yes, after this, it was the Divas match. There was a backstage segment between the executive administrator, Eve Torres, and the Bellas. The original announced match was Beth Phoenix versus Nikki Bella. She was injured, so she couldn't compete. So, she was going to have a surprise opponent. They teased Karma, but Eve said, nah, it's not Karma. You got to get somebody else. They go out, and Layla comes back. You know, Layla from Flawless. Remember that girl? Yeah, that fine chick. She came back, and as filler, where it was needed, yet again, she went out and had a pretty decent match with Nikki Bella. I felt like Layla put on a really good performance. This girl has improved big time inside that ring. She almost wrestled like a Lucha Libre. I'm not even kidding you. It was crazy. And she ended up beating Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship. You know what? Awesome. We have a diva that can actually wrestle, and she's Divas Champion. She's hot. I wouldn't mind looking at her. I'll take it. You know, Layla is a great wrestler. I like Layla. So her being Divas Champion, I have no problems with whatsoever. And then we get to the controversial portion of this video. The main event. I got a few questions that, well, I'm pretty sure you guys got questions, but I have questions myself. First off, the match was solid. The match was surprisingly unsettling. The blood, I didn't expect blood, but we got blood in this match. That's obviously something to talk about, but we got blood, guys. I'm pretty sure the internet fans just went crazy over it. I can already imagine them. Oh my god, we have blood! 5 star! 5 star! YouTubers will not tell you Lesnar beat the living hell out of Cena. He beat the living hell out of Cena. He massacred Cena throughout a big portion of the freaking match. There was a part in the match where, as I said, he was busted open and blood was just pouring out of his head. He hung Cena upside down on the ring post and was just beating the living hell out of him and taking his arm and bashing it up against the outside ring apron, the hardest part of the ring. You know, it was a fight. It was a brutal fight. You know what I'm saying? It was unsettling in points, like I said, but overall, the match, it was a fight. And I think the hardcore fans, the legit hardcore fans, would have loved this match. Me personally, I liked it. I enjoyed the match myself. I am a bit iffy about the ending, and I do want to address this to you guys because I want your thoughts on this. How do you guys feel about the ending? You know, with Cena making a comeback with the chain, knocking Lesnar out, making him bleed, and then doing an FU on the steel steps. and, you know, beating Brock Lesnar on his return match, because I thought Lesnar was going to beat Cena and that was going to be it. I called it. I felt like that was going to be it, but it was weird. You know, to see Lesnar do all that massacre to John Cena and end up losing all of a sudden. You know, I don't know how to feel about that. Maybe over time I can give a legit answer for it, but as of right now, I'm just mixed. I think a side of me says that Lesnar should have won, but I'm not pissed that Cena won at the same time, because the match was very attitude-esque. We got blood. We got this feel of old school WWF. So I'm asking you guys how you feel about it. Do you think John Cena should have lost, or were you okay with Cena winning the match? Now, I'm pretty sure the internet fans lost their shit. I expect Reddit videos out the ass of Cena beating Lesnar, and people saying, it makes him look weak. My thing is, he may have lost the match, but he walked out uninjured. He was the one that dominated Cena throughout the entire portion of the match. And when I look at it from, you know, what I saw on TV, he made a mistake, and Cena just capitalized on that mistake. So in actuality, he didn't look weak whatsoever, in my opinion. I think Lesnar looked pretty strong coming out of this match, although he lost it. And the match itself was pretty well executed. I really enjoyed this match. So, give me your thoughts on how you feel about Cena beating Lesnar. I'm pretty sure it's mostly negative, but for me, it's mixed. There's a side of me that feels he should have lost, but I'm not pissed that he didn't lose. Regardless, this pay-per-view was amazing. Definitely one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in a long time. Long time. Better than WrestleMania, the pay-per-view itself? Yes. It was, in my honest opinion. And you know what's funny? It's the exact same matches we had at WrestleMania, but with different stipulations. So it just goes to tell me, you know what? This could have been WrestleMania. This is the WrestleMania that I didn't get at WrestleMania. And that's just baffling to me that it's the exact same people, and they could have had just as good of matches as they had tonight if they was just given time. Especially Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. And to think of what that pay-per-view could have been if they was to have gotten the time to shine like they did tonight on Extreme Rules. That's just crazy to me. But guys, that's my review. Share your thoughts down below about how you felt about the pay-per-view. Make a video response, do what you do. Let me get your thoughts on the matches, what you thought was the match of the night, and the ending involving Cena beating Lesnar, and if you thought that was a good idea, or just in general how you felt about it. But as always, thanks for watching this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in to my vids. I still have a Sheamus video coming, guys. Tune in for that. It's coming. I have to sit down and make it. I'm going to make it this upcoming week, I promise. But other than that, if you have not subscribed to me yet, click that subscribe button up there. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Go subscribe to my second channel for tributes and mashups, and go sub to the Four Horsemen channel, which also has an Extreme Rules review. Go check that out. Go subscribe to Eon Nizzle, Beer Money 2K for John and Preston, and all their links down below. With that said, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys at my next video. Your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off for this great review on a great pay-per-view.